Okay, so let's listen to it.
Oi, wie viele Jahren seinen verfahren, sind ihr bin Millerata. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich. Ich bin schön alt und greis und grau. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich. Ich bin schön alt und greis und grau. Steek voran, ich will mich dermannen. Ich hab gehört, ein Stück Glück. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Keinen verriss mich dort zurück. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Keinen verriss mich dort zurück. Ich hab gezogen, will mich verjagen. Ein Reus von Dorf und von der Mühl. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Und ein Eck und ohne Ziel. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Und ein Eck und ohne Ziel. Wo will ich wohnen, wer wird mich scheunen? Ich bin schön alt und bin schön mit. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Und euch mit See geht aus der Ried. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Und euch mit See geht aus der Ried.
Cheery tune.
Okay, so
So sad.
let's start with the English. Janet, please, can you read it?
Mark M. Warchowski wrote two of the most well-known songs that we have listened to. Often Pripyat, the Olive Bass at the Fireplace, and Akshtik El Zabetsik is der Seder mit der Boba. He's 80 and she's 70. Warchowski studied law in Odessa and Kiev and practiced law. He was a prolific writer of poems and songs on a wide range of topics and performed them himself in public. So popular were his works that they were often mistaken for folk songs. Sholem Aleichem loved his work, and the two of them traveled together, performing their stories and songs. He encouraged him to publish his songs, and Yiddish Volkslieder came out of Kiev in 1900 with a warm introduction by Sholem Aleichem.
Okay, go on.
Mit dem Millner's Tränen, the Miller's Tears, is a mournful memory of 19th century Jews expelled from a Russian village by Tsarist decree. It is sung here by Sider Belarsky, whose World War I song, Das Versente Jahr,
14
Jahr, the year 1914 we have already heard. Belarsky studied music at the Odessa Conservatory and the State Conservatory in Leningrad. He was then a soloist with the Leningrad State Opera. In addition to opera, Belarsky was well known for cantorial performances.
Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Okay, so let's start the cookie. Can you start?
Oh, danke. Schönen Dank. Oi, wie viele Jahre sind verfahren sind ich bin Milner ot Ada. Der Redel dreht sich, die Jahren geht sich, bin schön alt und greit.
Reis.
Groß.
Greit,
Kreis.
Reis.
greit und groi. What's greit mean?
Gray, very old.
Oh, great means, yeah, I never heard that word. Okay.
Very
Look how many years have passed by since I've been this Milner, or whatever he is.
Miller.
Miller.
What is he?
Miller.
A Miller.
A Milner. I said Milner. Yeah.
Yeah, in English it's a
Yeah,
Miller.
since he's been a
Right.
Milner. Yeah. The radle keeps turning, and the years keep going. And now I'm already old and gray.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Any comments, Maurice?
Reda is wheels. It's the wheels of the
Real,
mill.
yeah.
Okay.
It's milling
Susan?
grain.
What is Otador?
There, right there.
Right,
Right, right there.
Okay, I see Susan raise the hand. Susan?
Yes, in the Pale of Settlement, which was where the Jews lived in the Russian Empire, one of a lot of the agriculture was put in the hands of the Polish nobility, but there were certain areas that were specifically designated for Jews to do the work, and it had to do with things that could pay taxes to the Russian government, and one of them was the mills. Everybody needed mills to grind the wheat for bread, and so the Jews could be controlled enough so that they would give the taxes to the Russian government. So the mills were generally in the hands of Jews. This is why you'll find a lot of Jews named Miller, Milner,
Oh,
etc. So Jews were millers, and
Interesting.
they were in charge of the mills. And another place where Jews were given the job was,
Clever.
for example, liquor
Yeah.
bars where they sold vodka, again, so that the people in charge of them would send the taxes to the Russian government.
Okay, thank you, Susan. That was really helpful to understand. Thank you.
Yes.
Vodka was made from the grain as well.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh,
Rochelle?
Okay, in the town that I live in, we actually have still, it's part of the Smithsonian Museum, a working mill from before the Revolutionary War that the mill wheel, the stone, is run by gears from a waterfall off of Stony Brook. that has been dammed and now is damaged by one of the hurricanes, but they're going to rebuild it.
Michelle, where do you live?
Stony Brook on Long Island.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Okay.
There's the Carriage House Museum, which is now part of the Smithsonian for many years. But this mill is just extraordinary. In today's day and age, it's extraordinary to see machinery that uses absolutely no electricity.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Morty, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment following up on Susan Gans. It wasn't only the Russian government that established the taxes. There were also taxes established by the leadership of the Jewish community. And these were mainly on two areas. One was the sale of candles for Shabbos and the sale of kosher meat. And those gave taxes to the Jewish community leadership.
Okay, thank you. So
Very
let's
interesting.
let's go on. Feigl, can you read? Feigl?
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, es ist Tag voranen, ich will mich der Mannen, ich hab gehabt ein Stückel Glück. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich, kein Entfer ist nicht zurück. There are days I want to remember whether I had a little bit of happiness. The wheels turn themselves, the days pass by themselves. There is no answer. I don't get any answer. Should I go on?
Can I ask a question? Should that be Nishta? Not it's
well, Nitcho is how it's written, but when they were singing it sounded like Nishto.
Yeah, it should be
Nishto.
Nishto.
It could be Nitto or Nishto.
Right.
Nishto.
Yeah,
Nishto. There is no answer there. There is no answer.
Back. There's no answer coming back.
Yeah, there's no answer that comes back to me. I want to remember. I have these questions, but
There's a test missing there? Nishto.
No, it's an error. It's my error. It should be nishto.
Nishto. So how would you spell that? Isn't there
Just
a
reverse
test?
the test in the shin.
The wrong way round.
Right.
Yeah, just turn it around.
Oh.
Oh, but it's a reverse. That's all. It's typo.
Okay, any questions or comment on this one? Okay, so let's go. Isabel, can you read?
Ich habe gehört, sagen, will mich verjogen. Okay, I don't know that word.
Read it and Maurice will help you translate.
Arois von Dorf und von der Mill. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jochen gehen sich ohne und ohne Ziel. I need help with the translation.
Okay, Maurice,
Oh,
can you help
sure.
her, please?
Ich habe gehört sagen, man will mich verjogen. I've heard it said that they want to chase me out. A Huis von Dorf, out of the village, und von der Mill, and out of the mill. Die Räder drehen sich, the wheels are still turning, the Jahren gehen sich, the years pass, ohne Eck und ohne Ziel, without end, without purpose.
Still. So what does still mean?
Ziel is purpose.
Purpose.
What was it? On and what is ek?
Eck is end. The wheels are still turning without end and without purpose.
Yeah.
So that's end.
Ek also
Eck
means
is end, right? Eck is end.
Does it mean corner also or not?
Does it mean what?
There's a saying people use very often, woont in Ekwelt.
Yeah.
Right.
The end of the
Right.
world.
Well,
But
end of the world.
the
Right.
end.
End of the world.
Okay. Hilda, can you go on?
Wo will ich wohnen? Wer wird mich scheunen? Ich bin schon alt und bin schon mit. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich, und ich mit sie geht aus der Jed. Oh, so sad.
Yes.
Wo will ich wohnen? Wo will ich wohnen? Where will I live? Wer wird mich scheunen? Who will, is that support me?
Yeah, support, take care of me.
Okay. Ich bin schon alt, I am already old, und bin schon mit, and I am tired. Die Räder drehen sich, the wheels are turning. Die Jahren gehen sich, the years are going by. Und ich bin, und euch mit sie, and also with them, geht aus der Jid. The Jew is going, is disappearing.
Right.
Disappear. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Any question before we are listening it once again? Any questions?
I have a comment that's just
Yes.
kind of neat. Daniel Kahn, who in the last few years has become kind of prominent in very niche artsy-fartsy circles and Jewish leftist circles, did a wonderful version of this on his I want to say 2018 album. That one's in English for the most part, but still, I thought it was nice to point out that that this song has made its way into Anglophonic audiences.
Good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thanks. Interesting to
Interesting.
know. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oi, wie viele Jahre sind verfahren, sind ich bin Miller Otado. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Ich bin schon alt und greis und grau. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Ich bin schon alt und greis und grau. Steek voran, ich will mich dermannen. Ich hab gehört, ein Stück Glück. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Kein Entfer ist nicht tot zurück. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Kein Entfer ist nicht tot zurück. Ich hab gezogen, will mich verjagen, a Reus von Dorf und von der Mil. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich. Und ein Eck und Ziel. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen Einek und Wo will ich wohnen, wer wird mich scheunen? Ich bin schon alt und bin schon mit. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahre gehen sich, und euch mit See geht aus der Ried. Die Räder drehen sich,
Sí, amor.
Und euch mit See geht aus der Ried.
Okay, I see that many people raise their hands. So first, Barbara.
Well, my question really is different from others, but we briefly saw an art depiction of this song. And Mariko put some of these artworks, and I'd like to know more about them. If anybody has information about this particular painting, I'd love to hear it. But I think we're ignoring something that is really quite wonderful, the art depictions in Yiddish culture, as well as music. So I'm going to ask Michael, but curious to know what other people think, and if anybody does have information about this particular painting, it'd be wonderful to hear.
Michael is not in class today.
Yeah.
Barbara, you could do a PhD dissertation on what you just said.
Okay.
I think that's wonderful.
That's an idea. So let's, okay. Thank you, Barbara. That's an idea. So, there are many people, I see. Okay. Bonnie, then Bob and Beverly and Elaine and Fagel. So,
okay. So there was
more. Bonnie.
There was a phrase, shtickel glick. So I'm used to hearing shtickel broit, but I thought he meant a little bit of joy. But where I'm clear about the use of shtickel.
That's it. A little bit.
That's it.
Bit of joy, a little bit of happiness. He's thinking
okay,
back
I didn't
and wondering.
Yeah, to me, a shtickelbräut is like you pull off a piece of bread.
Right. Well,
I'm not used to hearing it in this context.
Yeah, it's figurative, right? You can't hold joy in your hand, but a bit of joy, yeah.
Yeah, but would it be any different than bissel, or does it have a different connotation?
It wouldn't be different, no.
Okay.
Okay. Bob?
Yeah, this is a song that I don't know that I ever really heard, but I've heard it 1,000 times. So the comment that it feels like a folk song is absolutely true. And I have this vision, this in my head, Paul Robeson. I don't know if anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. This, not just in Yiddish, in English as well in Yiddish, singing this and just feeling the pain and looking at that painting as that was pointed out is just almost brings tears to you. I mean, it's
you're going to see it right now when you see what Trump is doing to immigrants.
Okay.
We'll have a lot more paintings to
I think we got to stay in the pale. I think, but that music is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, and I think Paul.
Song I've heard in 2 years here.
Yeah, I've heard it before, and it does sound like, and Paul Robeson could have done that with that deep baritone.
How about Old Man River for the blacks? Old Man River.
Okay, Beverly. Beverly.
I believe that he used to sing Siddur Belovsky. I believe my mother used to play it on WEVD on Sundays. I don't know if anybody else used to hear him, but he was a very popular singer.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh,
And he always sang at the third Seder for the Workman's Circle at the Waldorf Astoria.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay,
He
Elaine?
toured the South, and we heard him sing at Workman's Circle conferences in Florida, Alabama, Tennessee. And he was marvelous.
Yes.
What a wonderful voice. And I want to point out in this painted picture, these are old people. What happens to old people when they have no one to take care of themselves back in those days?
Well, there's one little girl. There's one little
And
girl.
there is also
a few children. A few children.
are there, yeah.
Mm.
And okay.
What I was going to say is that we did this a while ago in the other Yiddish club, the Allentown Yiddish Club, and there was a very poignant verse that wasn't included in this one. And the translation of it was, exiled from happiness, I remain without it, without wife or child, myself here alone. The wheels turn, the years pass, I'm lonely as a stone.
Okay, so that's another version of the song. Okay, thank you.
I mean,
Elaine.
it's another verse that we just did.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, Alvin and then Vinkl. Alvin, but you're muted, Alvin.
With the last phrase, does it refer? He says, does he refer really to a Jew or to a person or himself when he says they're Yid?
I think it's generic.
He means Jews in general are dying out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voice gain is to
That's what
die
happens
out.
to the Jew.
So what he's really saying, he's not really saying it's the end of Jews. He means at the end of this Jew, of this person.
No, I mean, yes, he's talking about himself, but I think he's also the Yid. I think he means Jews in general, having a hard time. They're being kicked out of here and they're being kicked out of there, and
Good.
Right.
Good. I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Vinkl?
Yeah, this is partly a response. Someone was saying that Daniel Kahn has a version of the song. There's another modern singer who's looked at almost the entire opus of Cedar Bolarski, is Anthony Tzvi Russell.
Yes.
And people do compare him to Paul Robeson. He's got that baritone and he's got his own interpretations. And he really brings a lot of beauty to this song. So you might want to look up Anthony Tzvi Russell. I'm not sure where he lives now, but he used to live in the Bay Area.
Jim Dunk.
And
okay.
He's an expert on Yiddish culture, and he's a singer, an opera singer. I think he actually did sing opera as well.
Yes, he was trained as an opera singer.
Okay, thanks. Golda?
When I heard Ich bin schon alt und bin schon nie, die Augen gehen sich. What can I say? I'll be 97 this year. Die Augen gehen.
Bis
fliehen.
Aber die bist nicht mit, die hast noch Energie.
Bis 120.
Ich gehe überall.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so.
Yeah, I just wanted,
Yes, but someone wanted to say something?
Yes.
Claire.
Yeah, I'm glad everybody enjoyed this. I grew up with Belowski. My father was always putting that on. And he had such feeling when he sang. He really was very, very special, like you all pointed out.
Okay, thank you. Any more comments before we are moving to Bashevi Zinger and his Helm story? No, just a moment, there is another page, so no. Okay, so let's start the story. And here it is. Okay, so let me just make it a lot bigger. So the story was first published in 1966 in a book called Zlate the Goat. And the pictures were done by Maurice Sendak.
Oh, wow.
So, but I got the translation, the story in the translation from Inge Web, which is an online Yiddish.
You know, Isaac Bashevis Singer came to our book fair, and I have the book, and he wrote in it to me. I have to find it. I remember him on the stage, right, as signing. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, Susan.
The Zlata the Goat, yes.
I remember when he came to Houston and he gave a talk in the library, and my first child was just a baby in the stroller, and I went in and listened to the talk that he gave.
I have the book he wrote. He wrote it.
See, I'll never forget.
Yeah. Me too. I'll have to look for that book because he wrote it.
Anyway, I thought it's a very interesting stories with a lot of references to historical happenings at the time. You know, it's 1966. So we will dwell on it as we read it. So Michael Fiesman, can you start reading, please?
Sure. Nicht alle wissen davon.
Gresser, okay.
Gresser, okay, Gresser.
Okay,
Gresser. Okay.
No, you didn't change it.
Yes, no, it's good.
Okay, good.
I did. Okay, now it's really.
Yeah, now it is.
That's
good. Now I have to move the screen.
Okay.
Should I start?
Can you?
Nicht alle wissen davon, nur Chelem hat einmal gehabt am Melech. Geheißen hat Vista der Erste. Vista ist nicht bloß gewesen a Vista, nur euch sehr a Beiser, a ungeheuer streng.
Can you slow down just a tad?
Let's do a sentence after a sentence. And Michael, it's not Vista, it's Vaisuste.
Okay, sorry, I forgot about the translation. Nicht alle wissen davon, not everybody knows about it. Nor Chelem hat amol gehat a Melech, but Chelem at one time had a king. Geheißen hat Vista der Erste.
No, I think it's Vaisuste. Yes?
Vizusu.
Vizusta. Okay.
Vizusa.
Viuta. Okay. His name was Viuta the First. Viuta is nicht bloß gewesen a Viuta. He wasn't only a Viuta, but also very angry. Ungeheuer streng mit seinen Untertanen. Unusually
strict. What is Viuta? It's
just a moment. Let them finish the sentence.
Ungeheuer streng mit seinen Untertanen. Unboundedly strict with his subjects.
Okay, so just a moment, Michael, because I see people raise their hands, so Rafael, please.
Yeah, Vaisasa is the youngest child of Haman. And he has a reputation in Yiddish for being a fool. And so when it says Vaisasa is nicht bloß gewesen a Vaisasa, that means King Vaisasa wasn't only a fool. And the reason he's considered a fool is because after he sees that all of his older brothers are being murdered, he doesn't bother to run away. He also gets killed. And so, and also Vaisasa sometimes means the little finger on a hand, but here it just means a fool. And it's in Hebrew, Vaisasa, and you can pronounce that what you want in Yiddish. I say Vaisasa, and it's of course an Aramaic sort of construction, but you can change the vowels as you will.
Yes, my father used to say about it. So
one at a time. Yes, Golda.
My father used to say Eres a Vaisusu, and that also meant a fool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Elaine?
Yes.
What is the word? Yish? Yesh? What is the first word? In the
Nicht.
first.
Nicht.
Nicht.
That's
Oh,
a
there's a
nun.
nun. Okay.
There's a nun. Nicht. Nicht alle.
I missed the nun. I missed the nun. Okay.
Okay, Bonnie.
Oh, the word streng, is that strong? I'm not sure what that is.
Strictly.
Strict. To be strict. Strict.
Thank you.
Vinkl? Yes, Vinkl.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I hadn't known that Vaisasa meant the littlest finger. So is that like Mazinka? And can I call myself, if I'm the youngest daughter, like a Mazinka? Am I also a Vaisasa?
I don't think you want to be a Vizosa.
No.
No.
But do people use it like Mazinka as the smallest finger and also the youngest daughter? Does that continue from the word littlest child?
No.
No, it just simply means the little finger without that other meaning.
Okay, Michael, please continue. I see,
But-
just a moment. Refoil, yes?
Yeah, I might be a little mistaken about the little finger. I was looking in my own dictionary now.
It is a zeret.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a zeret.
Anatomically, it can also mean a penis. So you certainly don't want to call yourself a Vaisasa.
No, yeah. No, Refoil. Again, there is a problem. Zeret is the little finger. Penis is zereg with a gimel.
Right. Well, anyway, I wasn't going through Hebrew, I was going through Yiddish. But fine.
Okay. Okay, Michael, sorry, go on.
Okay, wordt ongeton als eine Zorus in Chelm. He caused such problems in Chelm as hat nicht gefällt as Sach. That nothing was lacking as Chelm soll untergehen zu lieben. It was very close to Chelm going under because of him sort of declining. Says der Gangen dazu, it reached that point as is geworden a revolution in Chelm, that there was a revolution in Chelm, und Visota hat gemusst arop von Vinkl, and Visota had to get off his throne. Visota hat nicht gehad kein Chachomim. He didn't have any wise men, was mit sei hat sich verrotten, that he would consult with them. Wenn es ihm etwas eingefallener Gedank, if a thought occurred to him, wie soll zu verbessern die Lage in Chelm, how to improve the situation in Chelm, is das bald geworden a Gesetz. It right away became a law.
Okay.
Does that sound like something?
Whatever you think to yourself. Okay, Michael.
Okay, we are such andere Tyrannen, like a lot of other tyrants, var im und noch im, hat Visota McClommert gewollt ton goods. Like other tyrants before him and after him, by all appearances, Visota wanted only to do good. But das Gute is heraus schlecht. But what he wanted to be good turned out badly.
On another paragraph, and then I will let people speak or ask questions.
I've überzugeben die ganze Geschichte, to tell the whole story von Visota dem Ersten about Visota the First. Man bedarf onschreiben a dick Buch. One would have to write a thick book. Als Buch hat geschrieben der berühmte Schreiber Dalphun. Such a famous book was written by the writer Dalphun, and I'm not sure if there's a story to Dalphun.
Yes, there is. We will talk about it. There is.
Okay. Mir da wollen Leute übergeben einige Fakten wegen Zota und sein Herrschaft. Here we will just be conveying to you a few facts about the Zota and his rule.
Okay.
the time
Yes.
he was in charge.
Yeah, thank you. So Dalphon is someone that is poor, is a captain, a Dalphon, a captain. And if I'm not mistaken, he's another son of Ammon.
Right.
Yeah, that's if I'm not mistaken. So, and there are all kinds of stories about Dalphon himself. So let's see. So I saw Raphael.
Yeah, Dalphon is another one of the sons of Haman.
Yeah. Yeah. So Karen, please.
Yes, thank you. I would like to request a translation of a few words on the previous page.
Okay, no problem. Going back, yes.
It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th line from the bottom, and it's
Okay.
Es hat nicht gefällt. How is that translated?
Was not missing.
It was, I will say it was almost, there was, in Hebrew it's wonderful to translate it.
It wasn't too long before.
No.
It wasn't too long before Helm would go under because of him.
לא הרבה היה חסר. You see, it's wonderful in Hebrew. So it's, I think it's like Michael said, there was not much missing.
Right.
There was not much missing for Helm to go under. I think that will be.
If you use gefällt in another sentence, gefällt male zu machen Hommentaschen.
You're
Have
missing.
enough. Okay, so it's almost. It came very close to.
It came very close to. That's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah. Karen and other.
No, thank you.
No. Okay. So Bonnie.
Oh, where are we? I'm just looking for your cursor.
Well, I had a question about that sentence as Hodnish.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm taking that down. I'm lowering that. I don't have.
Okay, so Fable, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might mean as Hodnish gefeltesach that many people were displeased. You know,
no,
because
no,
other meaning of gefelt.
No, it
Nish
means
gefelt
it
means they
almost
don't
came
like.
to it.
No. Yeah, it almost came to. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Louisa? You're muted, Louisa.
Yeah, thank you. Can you repeat your Hebrew that you gave for
לא היה חסר הרבה.
Okay, I need to.
So that's in Hebrew. It's really a wonderful translation to the point, but you know.
Yeah.
Minna, can you move the words to the right of the screen so some of
I
them?
have another question.
The problem is that it's too big.
Well, yeah, but some of them are blocked by the
Okay, so I made it a bit. I made it a big.
Yeah, that's better. That's better because they were blocked by the control.
I know, and I was playing with it back and forth. So
Okay,
I think
thank
now.
you.
I think
Thank
now.
you.
Now.
Yeah, it's
better.
good now. It's okay. We can see it.
Okay. Okay, so let's go on.
What about the word gazette?
Gazette is a law.
It's a law.
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 A law.
Law. L-A-W.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Morty, go on. Either Jesus,
Either Visose is gekommen zu der Macht before Visose got power, is Chelem gewein I can see. Yeah, a stille stood. Before Visose got power, Chelem was a quiet city. Ze zijn dort gewein a poor gvirem. There were a couple of rich people there, a sach uremelite, a lot of poor people, wie in alle andere state, like in every other city. Geherrscht haben demals 6 chachomim. The leadership was conformed at that time by 6 knowledgeable people, 6 intelligent people. Wenn Helm hat gehabt a Problem, when Helm had a problem, is menavek zu die sechs Chachomim, they went to these 6 intelligent people, they sollen gave manetze, so that they could solve the problem or give a solution.
Yeah.
Die
And
Chachomim
advice.
sind alle gewähn foil. These intelligent people were very lazy. In sot gedauert sehr lang, bis sie haben gehandelt die Problem. And it took a very long time until they took charge of the problem. Es ist allemol ausgekommen azoi, as die Chachomim sind gewähnt zerteilt. It came through that most of the time, or all of the time, the intelligent people were divided in their Meinung gleich auf gleich, in their decisions or in their minds, in equal parts. Drei Chachomim haben gesagt, as is talk. 3 of the sages said that it was day, und die andere 3 haben gesagt, dass es Nacht. And the other 3 said it was night. Also wie ein Gesetz hat gekannt, a rausgeben, während bloß durch a Mehrheit, since a decision could only be made, since a law could only be made based on a majority decision, sind in Juren weg in kein Schum-Nei-Gesetz ist nicht geschaffen geworden. Many years went by and no laws were established. Als ist geblieben beim Alten. Everything stayed the same as in the old days. Die Gewirren sind geworden als reicher. The rich people became richer and richer. The Oemelite als Uremer. The poor people always poorer. The meiste Chelemer Gwirem sind gewähnt sehr karg. The majority of the rich people in Chelem were very tight with their money.
Stingy.
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 Yes, stingy. Und sie haben nicht ausgegeben sehr Geld. And they didn't spend their money, nor es gehalten in die Stiefel. They only kept their money in their boots. Friday, when they haben gegangen in Buddha rein, when they went into the bath, I like the expression in Buddha rein, haben sie gelost die Stiefel in Vorhuis. They left their boots at the entrance room. In Ganuvim haben das Geld zugegangen. And thieves stole that money. Die Gewirren wollten gewohnen.
No, the Ganuvim.
Yeah.
Die Ganuvim.
Yes.
You said Gewirren.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Die Ganuvim haben das Geld zugegangen. The thieves stole this money. Die Ganuvim wollten gewohnen steinreich. The thieves wanted to remain rich. Aber die Ganuvim allein pflegen euch gehen in Buddha rein. But the thieves would also go into the bath. Und andere Ganuvim haben das bei sie zugegangen. And other thieves would steal this from them. Wenn die Sennen gewähnt die letzte Ganuvim, when there were the last thieves.
No. Who was the late?
Seems like there. Wo ist denn gewähnt die letzte Ganuvim? Where these last thieves were, und wo sie haben getan mit dem Geld, and what they did with the money is nicht bekannt bei uns. It's something that we don't know. Es ist as voire, it is an idea, as sie sind weg mit dem Geld kein Amerika, that they ran away with the money to America, and their thing is America as oil reich. And that is why America is so rich.
You can see that he's having fun writing it. He was having okay. Thank you, Morty. Vinkl, yes.
Yeah, I have a question about that phrase, die Genoven Volt geworden Stein, right? Is Stein an intensifier? You know, you said it means they remained rich, but does it mean like immensely rich or like yeah, just what does it mean? Because I've seen that word Stein modifying.
Yeah, Stein reich.
Just remain rich.
They would have become extremely rich.
And is it Stein or Stein?
It's a Stein.
It depends.
Depends on where you live, where
But
you
it
came
can be.
from.
So, does that have to do with the word for stone?
Stone, right.
Well, I hear someone saying no, and I hear someone saying right.
I didn't think that it had anything to do with stone, but maybe I'm mistaken.
I thought it meant remaining, staying.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, because it's
my mother used to. Sorry, my mother used to say stone rich.
Yeah.
If somebody was very wealthy, she would say in English, from the Yiddish.
Right.
Yeah, like we have the
phrase stone rich
or stone blind. So I think it can mean
So
like
there you go.
completely or intense.
When it can't it can't be remained because it's in the sentence they would have wollten geworden, they would have become, and then it can't be they would have become
They wanted to become
rich.
immensely.
No, it's stone rich. They're immensely wealthy.
Okay.
I have
There
heard
were
a
other
rumor.
thieves that stole from the thieves. That's correct.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes, the fears that, one stole from another one.
Right.
I have heard a rumor connected to, that sounds quite similar to this in German. There's the old phrase "stinkreich," and we say it in English as well, "stinking rich," and intended to refer to the world merchants of northern Germany and central Germany because urine was used in the processing of wood to get this very expensive dye. And so I've heard the line Steinreich in German used as I've heard it claimed that that's a mispronunciation or misremembering of the word Stinkreich. I have no idea if that's connected there, but I'm just relaying that I've heard this discussion come up in discussions of German.
The dictionary says immensely rich in one word, immensely, Steinreich.
Immensely.
I will translate it as filthy rich.
Filthy rich. Okay.
That works.
That works. Any comments until now? Okay, Golda.
Die Jester ist gewähnt von Fach Akatzen. Ist euch gewähnt der Tallinn von Hell. Ich weiß nicht, was Tallinn meint.
Tallinn, the hangman.
Oh, Tallinn.
The hangman.
Okay, so he became a Katzev's, a butcher.
No, he didn't
Talian,
become.
not Tallinn. Talian.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah,
And he
didn't
became.
No, he was.
Tallinn.
No. Golda, look. Weisessa ist gewesen von Fach. Gewesen von Fach Katze.
Right.
By trade, he was a butcher.
Right.
And it's euch gewähnt such name Tallinn.
Okay, I'm not sure that I pronounce it right, but I think it's Italian. Someone can correct me, Rafael.
Yes, it's Talion, and it means hangman. Talion.
Talion. Yeah, but Talian nearly is Hebrew. And they don't pronounce it the same in Hebrew and in Yiddish.
Very similar.
Yeah, similar, yes. So he was also the hangman of Hell.
Von Helm. seine Rippe und Jista hat nicht gehabt, keine Gelegenheit abzuhacken bei Emerson dem Kopf der Fahr, weil die Verfahren von Film sind keinmal nicht gewesen eingestimmt und kein Schirm sagt. But years passed and he never had an opportunity to hang anyone because the wise people of Chelm could never decide between themselves anything. Gleich in ein Fall haben die Chacham gemacht Peshaga. Only once did the wise people decide on something and made a decision.
No, Apshura is not exactly Yiddishism. It's a compromise. A compromise.
Compromise. Oh, a compromise. Okay. As is given in Chelm, a murder. There was a murder in Chelm, but flekta umgehen in die Nacht. That happened at night. Da räuben die Light und danach seht der Sticken. They robbed the people at night and then they choked them to death.
Not they, it's one person. One person.
Okay.
So just a moment. Yeah, you will continue. Morty?
No, I just wanted to say that it's the murderer that walked around that night.
Yeah. So it's a murderer, one person.
Sein Mahat ihn endlich gefragt when they caught him und ihm gestellt vor ein Gericht and judged him, haben die Chelmer Chacham nicht gekonnt einstimmen. The wise people of Chelm couldn't come to a decision was man soll mit ihm tun, what they should do to him. Drei haben gehalten, als man darf ihn abhaken dem Kopf. Three decided that they have to chop off his head. Die anderen drei haben gehalten, als man darf ihm dem Kopf nicht abhaken. And the other three decided that they shouldn't hang him. Nach langer Rede ist man gekommen zu Prozedure. Only after long conversations did they make a decision. They came to a decision. Wir sollen abhaken a halben Kopf. They should chop off a half of the head. So Yista hat ausgeführt dem Urteil und hat dafür bekommen 3 Groschen. So the fool chopped off that portion, and because of that, he received 3 Groschen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. The Urteil is the verdict. So he carried on the verdict, and he got 3 groschen for his work. Okay.
3 cents.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Golda. Raphael, can you read, please?
Nicht lang nach dem, not long after that, hat Vaizasa zunaif genommen a Vinkl Ktsavim. Vaizasa collected a gang of butchers, and they haben verhabt die Macht in Chelm, and they grabbed the control over Chelm, the might. Die 6 Chachamim hat Vaizasa gelost keppen. As far as the 6 sages, Vaizasa let their heads be chopped off. Keppen is to decapitate. Es ist entstanden die Melucha von Vaizasa dem Ersten. And so now there began the rule of Vaizasa the First. Kaidem Kol, first of all, had Vaizasa sich gelost ausbauen a Palaz. Vaisasa let a palace be built up. Hat sich benutzt dabei mit Sklavenarbeit. He used in that matter slave work, work, yeah. Vaisasa hat herausgegeben a Gesetz. Vaisasa published a decree as alle jene was wohnen nicht in Chelm Gufa, that all of those who didn't live in Chelm proper, nor in the Hinterstadt, but rather in the suburbs, seien Knecht. The decree was that they are all slaves. Hat bekommen a Sachknecht, so he got a lot of slaves. Und sie haben für ihn gebaut a Palaz, and they built a palace for him. Danach, after that, hat Vaisasa genommen 6 Weiber. Vaisasa married 6 women. Hat sich gelost machen a Kroin mit 100 Glecklich. He had a crown made with 100 bells. And when Vaisasa is gegangen mit der Kroin auf den Kopf, and when Vaisasa would walk with this crown on his head, haben die Glecklich geklungen. The bells resounded. Vaisasa hat gehalten. Vaisasa was of the opinion, as is an Kovid for a König zu tragen a Pasek auf die Häusen. He was of the opinion that it was not appropriate for a king to wear a belt on his trousers, oder Schleikes, or suspenders. 2 Knecht seien mitgegangen mit him. So 2 slaves would walk along with him, und zu gehalten seine Häusen. And they held on to his trousers. Sie sollen nicht herabfallen, so the trousers would not fall down.
Another paragraph, please.
When Vaisasa hat eingesehen, when Vaisasa noticed, as sicher mit der Macht, when he was sure, when he noticed, or when he observed that he was now strongly in power, hat beschlossen zu verbessern die Lage in Chelm. Then he decided to improve the situation in Chelm. Hat gehabt die Ambitie, he had the ambition, Chelm soll werden groß, that Chelm should become big, reich, rich, stark, strong. Hat sich ausgedrückt. Ausdrücken is to impress. Ausdrücken, publish?
I think it's to comment here.
Okay. As a Zeit wird kommen, that a time will come, when Chelm unter der Herrschaft von Vaisasa wird gewältigt über alle Städte von der Welt. So he had this impression, put it that way, ausgedrückt. He had the impression that a time would come when Chelm, under Vaisasa's control, would rule over all of the towns in the world.
Okay, thank you. Any comments? Mainly Greenland. Any comments?
No, Panama.
Panama. Okay. Any comments until now? No. Okay. What did I do? Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Brenda, can you read this? Brenda, you are with us. I saw you at the beginning, but I'm not sure.
Du hörst mir jetzt?
Ja, ich höre dich.
Okay, ich verproeven ob ich will darf help mit die translation.
Kein Problem mit der Hilfe.
Okay. Wie schon die Mannen sind in jener Zeit gewesen sehr viel Ormeleit in Chelm. Es ist gekommen zum König Delegatie.
Yes.
Und sie haben gesagt, okay, so I remember
No. We show in the man, as was previously said,
Okay, I can read the Yiddish, no problem, but I'll need help with the translation.
Okay, so we showing der man.
Okay.
As was mentioned before.
It was mentioned before, Zenon in other times would very poor people in Chelm.
Yes, at that time, many poor people were
in Chelm. And then came a king, to the king, a delegation, and they said,
yes.
You want me to do more?
Yes, another sentence.
Okay. Adoni.
Yes.
Was mir und die meiste Chelmer verdienen nicht genug auszuhalten, unsere Weiber und Kinder. Was sollen wir tun? Okay, so king.
No, Adoni Vazota, it means Vazata Ser, or yeah.
Okay, Vista. We and the what is master?
Majority.
Oh, the majority of Kelmers don't earn, have it not enough to live, to keep our wives.
Support
our wives. And
earn. I didn't earn.
No, support is good.
Auszuhalten is not verdienen. Auszuhalten is support, I think. Instead of our wives and children. What should we do?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good.
Thank you. I'm getting back to it.
But that's good, yeah. You know.
Thank
that's
you.
Good.
I thank.
Susan, go on. By Susan.
Weil Zuzu hat gefragt, weil Zuzu asked, verdient ihr genug auszuhalten sich allein? Do you earn enough to support yourself? Für uns allein wollt gekleckt. For us, just by ourselves, it would have been enough. Oi bezoi, gib ich euch a Gesetz. If that's the case, I give a decree. As alle arme Leid sollen sich getten mit die Weiber, that all men get a divorce from their wives. Hat Vayezuzu gesucht, said Vayezuzu. Wie bald der wird nicht haben kein Weiber, and so if you won't have any wives, wird versporen, sie auszuhalten. You would be spared from supporting them. Und alles wird sein gut und wohl, and everything would be good and easy. Wenn es ist geworden bekannt in Chelm, when people knew about this in Chelm, as alle arme Leid müssen sich getten, that all the poor people must get divorces mit die Weiber from their wives, is geworden in Chelm a groß Geschrei.
I can imagine.
Raised up in Helm a great hollering, und a gewein, and crying. Oder aber Vayezuzu misharsim. I don't know that word.
No, servants.
Employees, servers.
Servants. I don't know how to pronounce it in Yiddish. Mishorsim?
Employees, Mesharshim.
Other Vayezuzu mishursim, but the Vayezuzu's employees, die gewesene Katzovim und itztike Talinim, the ones who used to be butchers and are now hangmen, sind umgegangen von Haus zu Haus und gezwungen die Urmeleit. So they went from house to house and forced the poor people to get Weiber, to divorce their wives. So wie gegette Poorlich können nicht bleiben wohnen zusammen. And since a divorced couple can't live in the same place, zusammen, together, they can't live in the same place together. Und so wie es ist grad gewesen winter, and so the fact that it was in the middle of winter, und man hat die Weiber mit die Kinder nicht gekonnt raustreiben, and so they couldn't really throw out in the cold the wives and the children in gas. They couldn't throw them out into the street. Haben die Männer gemusst verlassen die Häuser. So the men had to leave the homes.
Oh dear.
Another three riots, no? Go on, Ober.
Should I continue?
Yeah, please.
What?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Aber wo sollen wohnen die Männer? But where should the men live? Vayezuzu hat gefunden an Eizer. So Vayezuzu found a good advice. Die Männer sollen weg in Wald. The men should go away to the forests. Ois hacken Bämer, ois boyen a barak. They can chop down the trees and build a barracks.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Susan. Any questions until now? Clarify something? Everything's clear? Okay.
Clear and wonderful.
Sorry, Susan?
It's clear and wonderful.
Wonderful. He is wonderful, Bashevis, yeah. Okay, so Beverly, please. Es ist nicht leicht.
Okay, well, I did want to say that they're such funny people that they take everything so seriously. All the Chelm stories are to laugh, but smart. Es ist nicht leicht zu hacken Bäume. It's not easy to break down trees in mitten winter, in the middle of the winter, on zu bauen a barak, and to build a barracks. A Sachmänner haben sich verkehlt und gehust. So a lot of the men, they got sick and they started coughing. I mean, it's so, you just laugh your head off. Achut dem haben die Weiber mehr nicht gekriegen kein Geld von ihren Männern. So, and also the women didn't get any money from the men. Und sie mit die Kinder haben gehungert. And so the women and the children were hungry. A delegation, now here comes a delegation. A delegatia Weiber is avec zum König. A delegation of the women went to the king, Vayezuzu, mit a klug. How would you translate klug? Sorrow?
Complaint.
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 As Chelm hat halt beim Untergehen. The Chelm is going to go under. Vayezuzu hat getan a shuckle mitten cup. So he took his head and he moved it back and forth. Alle Glecklech von sein Crown. All the bells in his crown haben sich zerklungen. All the bells in his crown started ringing. Und hat gesagt, and he said, sollen die Männer und die Weiber zurück Chasana haben. The men and the women should get married again. Die Männer haben übergelost. And the thing is, they're so verbal that anything you say, they take it exactly how it's said. Yeah. So they said get divorced, so they got divorced. So they moved out. Now they say come back, so they'll come back. They don't have any brains. Die Männer haben übergelost dem nicht veränderten Barak. The men left the not completed barracks und haben zurück Chasse gehabt mit die Weiber, and they got married again with the women. Es ist gewesen a minhag in Chelm. It was a holiday, right?
No. I mean,
no.
A tradition.
Custom.
A custom.
A custom.
It was a custom.
Oh, es ist gewesen a custom in Chelm, as a Chussen arbeit nicht die erste 30 Tage, that oh my God, that a groom doesn't work for the 30 days after his wedding, after his wedding. And anyway, they were very lazy. Haben sie sich gehalten bei der Minhas, that they stuck with the tradition, sehr stark, very strong. Chelm hat gefeiert a 30 Tagen Yontif. Chelm made a 30-day holiday. Aber es ist nicht gewesen was zu essen, but there was nothing to eat. Die Bäckers haben nicht gebacken, the bakers didn't bake. The Holzhackers haben nicht gehackt, kein Holz. The woodcutters didn't have any wood. Die Kremer haben vermachte Kremer. Is a Kremer the milk?
Storekeepers.
The storekeepers. The storekeepers closed their stores. Sis geworden a hunger in Helm. And so there was hunger in Helm. Oh my God.
Yeah. Thank you, Beverly. Yes,
hysterical.
Susan.
Where does the idea of the crown with the bells come from? Is this something new he put in, or is this some traditional thing?
I have no idea. Maybe someone of you know.
I think it evokes a jester.
Yes, I think that's correct.
Makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. Is there any other custom you know about it?
No, but as soon as we finish, I'd like to say something.
Okay, we are go on, say something, Golda.
I just want to say the reason that it's always so funny is because the original story about Helm is that there was a stork that was flying, and the stork had two bags, one of wise souls and one of foolish souls. He would deposit a few wise people and a few foolish people in each town as the stork passed, if you can believe that. But when it came to Helm, there was this huge tree, and the bag got caught in one of the branches, and the bag emptied out, and all the fools that were in the bag fell down into Helm. So that's why it's full of fools.
Okay, thank you, Golda. Morty?
Yes, I'm going back for a moment to the theme of the bells. This reminds me in Exodus, in the book of Exodus, when the Torah describes the robe of the high priest, of the Kohen Agadol.
Yes,
It says that in the hems it had pomegranates and bells of gold around it. And by the way, that is why also the archbishops, when they put on their vests, they also have bells in their robes.
Okay,
of course,
thank
the Christians
you.
don't know. The Christians don't know where all this comes from, but 95% of their traditions come from the Torah.
From us, yes.
Okay, thank you, Morty. Interesting. Yeah, Cookie.
Two things. I was going to repeat what Golda said, which is so. And then there's the story about these people from Helm. They're on a ship, and the ship starts taking on water, a hole in the ship, and it's shrinking. And this man is standing on the side with a smile on his face. And this other man comes along and says, Rebalte, wo stehst du dort? Wir gehen da trinken werden. Wo stehst du dort mit der Schmeichel auf dem Pfunnen, alle schreien, Gewalt, Gewalt. Sagt, was ist dann? Ich darf sie sagen, es ist denn mein Schiff. Is it my ship?
Yeah.
Do I have to worry?
Yeah.
Those were the Helm jokes.
Okay,
Cookie,
later.
I got a whole slew of them.
I know, but later. Let's go on with the story. Karen, can you read? Is she here? No, she was here, but she's not.
No,
here.
she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone. Okay, so Rochelle, can you read, please?
Yes. Zolda, is that where we are? Zolda Yontif?
No, Vaizota.
Vaizota hat getan a Schockel mitten Kopf. Die Kräun hat sich zerklungen mit alle Glecklech und hat gesagt, Visoso had shook his head and all the bells started ringing and he said, soll der Jontif abgelegt werden auf den Sommer? Let's postpone the holiday to summer. Sommer kann man kriegen in Wald Jagdes, Berlech, Schwammen. In summer we can get in the forest blueberries, berries, and mushrooms. Winter is too cold to fasten. It's too cold to fast in the winter. Sollen gleich die Chelmer Chachomim.
No, Chasonim.
Say it again.
Chasonim.
Chasonim sich wieder nehmen zu der Arbeit. Let all the Chalamers get back to work again.
Chasonim is bridegrooms.
Oh, okay. Let all the bridegrooms that were on, the ones who took the 30-day holiday get back to work again.
So just a moment before you continue, Vinkl, yes?
Yagtes, Berlech, Schwammen. I looked up Berlech.
Berlech are just berries, any kind of berries. And Schwammen
I found that Berlech.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. The burdock.
Mushrooms.
I thought
the middle
let
one.
her talk. We cannot hear what she's saying. Vinkl, speak, please.
Yeah, the middle one, Berlech. I looked it up, and it can mean burdock. It's a root that grows abundantly, and it's really rich in oxidants, antioxidants. So I think it can mean berries, burdock, and mushrooms.
Okay.
B-U-R-D-O-C-K, burdock.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Okay, go on, Rochelle, go on.
Die Helmer Männer haben sich genommen zurück zu der Arbeit, aber der Dallas ist geblieben Dallas. The Helmer men started back to work, but the poverty remained the poverty. Nicht das Gitten. Oh, nicht das Getten sich und nicht das and nicht das Hasene haben hat geholfen, and neither the divorce nor the marriage had helped. Jesus hat getan a Schockel mitten Kopf. Jesus shook his head. Alle Glecklech von der Kräunen haben sich geklungen und hat Arois gegeben a nahe Gesetz. And he shook his head and all the bells rang and he decreed a new law.
This sentence with that he's moving his head and it will continue. It's like a reprieve. It's like a reprieve. It will go on and on. So okay, Rochelle, thank you. David, can you read that bit?
Yeah. Von Heint on, from now on, und weiter, from now on furthermore, kriegt jeder Arbeiter in Helm das doppelte Geld für sein Arbeit. Each worker in Helm will receive double money for his work. Oi beholtecker hat gekrogen 3 Groschen für zu hacken for Holtz. If a wood chopper, if a logger, I guess wood chopper, it receives 3 Groschens for chopping up a wagon of wood. So their Yeats kriegen 6 Groschen. Now he'll receive 6 Groschens. Ober Schuster hat gekrogen 2 Gulden for a Porschik. If a cobbler gets 2 Gulden for a pair of shoes, so there Yeats kriegen 4 Gulden. He'll get 4 Gulden. He should receive 4 Gulden. Was euer room in die Ormelei verdienen doppelt und der Dallas in Helm wird verschwindet. So South and around and so further and for all and around will all the poor people earn double, and poverty in Helm will be disappear. There you go.
Okay, go on because
Well, this is like in Helm is geworden a große Simcha. So in Helm they had a great party celebration. The Riker haben sich gefreut, die Ormeleit. Chief, mainly the poor people celebrated. Man hat gesehen Mannsleid und Weiber tanzen in Dreusen in Schnee, patschen mit die Hand und Pulfen. You saw men and women dancing outside in the snow, clapping their hands and calling, Leben soll unser König Visoso. Long live our great king, our king Visoso.
Okay, thank you. I think that's a good
poverty.
I think that's a good place to stop now, and we will continue the story next week. We will continue the story. Okay, so yeah. I had lots of fun reading it. I hope you are
hysterical.
Yeah.
Minna, how can we get the English?
I sent you the English.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So we have the English.
In the email where I sent you this one,
okay, good.
I also sent you the English translation.
I gotta send it to my kids. They're gonna be laughing so.
Okay, yeah. It's
really, hysterical.
It's hysterical.
All the stories are hysterical.
Cookie, yes.
In the song Chitty Berry Bim, one of the stanzas is Wenn sagt das in dem Städtel Chelm leben nur Narunim, oi wir sind in de Klige, haben wir a schönen Punim, die Chelme lachen tuge Nacht, zu luches die Gazlonim, du sagst, wer ist nadisch und wir sind in die Chakum, nem Chitty Bim.
They're always
cute.
Schools, yeah.
Thank you. Any more
a lot of jokes about
comments, questions about the story that we are reading about Bashevi Zinger and his,
It's nice to be back, Minna. I always enjoy your selections.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to
Bashevi Zinger's papers, etc., are at the University of Texas in Austin.
Yeah. How did they get there? Well,
yeah,
that's another thing. But they are at the university.
They bid on it. The university bid on it.
Okay, Morty.
Way back. Once upon
a
time, we filled a car and we went up to see the exhibit.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay, Morty.
Just a minute.
I just wanted to remind us of the expression that was used, and there is part of which I read, Firnen Budaran. It literally means, of course, to go into the bathhouse, but it's normally used as being deceived or deceiving somebody. Making,
Don't take a flying kite for yourself. A lot of it has a lot of meanings, yeah. It reminds me of the man from Helm. His wife comes home and he's sitting there naked with a hat on. So she says, "What are you sitting there naked for?" She says, "We're not. Why don't you get dressed?" So he says, "I'm not expecting any company." So she says, "So why have you got your hat on?" He says, "You never know. Somebody might come." Those were the Helm jokes.
Helm jokes
they're so stupid. They're so funny.
Yeah, there are lots of Helm jokes. So next week we will continue with the story, and we will see, is Bashevi Zinger take on communism. So you can see it. It's the time. So
I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure it will be a completely peaceful and not at all antagonistic discussion.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll bring a pitchfork.
I tried that.
A lot of laughter.
Daniel, you said a pitchfork? You're going to bring a pitchfork?
Yeah, just in case. You never know.
Keep your hat on.
Have a warm week, everybody.
Yeah. Everyone. Zai Magazine.
Danke sehr alle.